put my zin in, Troy. I made it to the podcast.
I hate puppies.
Good for you.
Woo, woo, woo.
Good podcast.
I feel threatened.
I can't believe you can withhold.
I have to.
That's impressive.
But these were extenuating circumstances. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House, the only podcast dedicated to solving first world problems and hopefully helping you figure out what beer you should be drinking this weekend.
It's Easter week.
Big drinking weekend. Yeah, it's Easter.
You know why it's a big drinking weekend?
Blood of Christ.
Yeah.
It's a nice shot. I mean, I'll take that.
A lot of people give up drinking for Lent.
Yes, that's true. That's true. I give up nothing for Lent because I'm so steadfast during the year. What's left to give up?
I don't celebrate Lent.
Cleansing.
I cleanse 4 times a year.
Right, you give it up for Lent.
I did give up cleansing for Lent. I nailed it too. I had
Did
given
the
up.
opposite of cleansing.
Yeah, I purged. No, I binged.
Yeah, you've been.
Yes, I've been binging. Feels good. Feels good. I actually do feel shitty.
I always laugh when people say they give up like drinking for Lent, and then it's like, think that's the point? Like to get blasted on Easter? Like,
You think that's why they do it?
well, no, I mean people like a challenge, right? Like the 30-day dry January, whatever. Like, and it's about, I think Lent's around 45 days. So like, they want to give something up that's meaningful. So obviously, drinking's meaningful to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I'm like, does that fall? I mean, it doesn't seem Christian.
I like
To
it when,
give up drinking?
Yeah.
Does that mean you're not taking communion, which is kind of fucked up?
It just seems weird that it's like, I'm waiting till Jesus is born again, and then I can get drunk.
Well, let's be honest. Even the atheist in the room, if you see a man rise from the dead, you're probably going to have a drink. He's probably going to have a drink. Just think it's a gimme. I know I would. The sarcophagus, whatever, just...
Yeah.
I always liked when
Dude was walking
the
out.
people you knew that were unfaithful to their spouses are like, I'm giving up chocolate for Lent.
Yeah.
Like, really? Oh, well, that's brave of you.
Yeah.
Well, what do you expect them to give up? Lying?
Maybe.
Like, just
Not
tell
my
the-
side piece. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's a weird... I don't know what you want to be... Like, are they going to come clean?
But that's what I'm saying. Why give up anything?
Yeah.
Just do your thing.
Like, you're already fucked.
Right.
Okay. There you go. Well, I do
Well,
think it's
don't
hard.
get me going down the religious hole, because that's pretty much every religion and everything where it's like, I'm doing the right thing, and I'm following the rules, and I'm leading by example. Except for the whole, like, having sex before marriage and the cussing and the, all the other bad things, but not those. They're not as important per se as what I'm doing now.
I basically don't murder anyone.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yes, exactly.
See? I mean, isn't that everybody, though? Religious or not religious, everybody's like, I'm a good person. Everybody thinks they're a good person.
True.
I don't know a single piece of shit who doesn't think they're...
Yeah, but non-religious people don't shove it down your throat. To today's point, where they're like, I'm giving up chocolate because Christianity is important to me, and therefore Lent is. And it's like, you were at the strip club last week. What are you talking about?
I didn't give that up.
Okay.
It's not what I gave up. I didn't give up admiring the female form.
I do not judge these people because I don't know what their home lives are like, so who freaking knows? I just try to stay out of it.
Yeah, I don't give anything up for Lent.
No.
It doesn't even occur to me to do it. It was just sad.
Agreed.
I'm just like,
But I don't peg you as a very religious person anyway. You're very spiritual and you have your own crazy belief system, but to me it doesn't fall under the umbrella of, Christianity or any subset thereof.
I would say it falls under Christianity with Buddhist leanings.
Yeah. So we all know that one.
It's kind of where I stand.
And
The
a lot of
conduit.
shit you make up on your own.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The conduit's Jesus, but I
Yeah.
prefer to live like a Buddhist.
Yeah.
And if you merge those things,
With some
boy,
Brendanisms in there.
Well, I like the Brendanisms the best. I find that they are the easiest to be faithful
Yeah.
to.
What does Fang Wu give up for whatever
Fang Wu.
holiday?
Fang Wu doesn't give anything up ever. You see, he was already in tune with nature. And he knows, based on his time in the streets,
That's a throwback.
that
I've forgotten all
you
about
don't give
Fang
up
Wu.
shit. I can't
That
believe
was your
he dropped-
clothing line.
It is my clothing line. It's still out there. It just hasn't shown up yet.
That's your FUBU.
Yeah. It's just
Fang Wu.
for us. It's like it's a Feng Wu FUBU thing.
For me, by me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I make one hat at a time. and
Actually,
it's dope.
For Me, By Me would be very popular brand these days because I feel like our country is so, and probably the world, is so full of narcissists at this point. Like, it's just getting worse and worse every day.
It'd be for me by others.
No, except it's For Me, By Me because ultimately, didn't I create it all?
No, FUFM. Fuck you for me. Like,
There you go.
That's what it should stand for. Because it's like, look, you can go screw.
Yeah.
This is all for me. That's a good narcissist line.
Yeah.
line.
I mean, everybody thinks the world revolves around them, right?
Well, it does.
Exactly.
I've been out there long enough to know it does. I certainly see it all the time. Most everything revolves around whoever that person is.
Troy,
Yeah.
do you have any superstitions with sports?
I don't think I have any superstitions at all.
Really?
You don't have superstitions? What, Dave? Do you have superstitions?
I have to drink bourbon and ginger ale when Carolina's playing because the universe revolves around me, and if I don't, we will have a bad game.
That's just good science.
Are you
Right.
superstitious in general outside of sports? Like when you go through your day-to-day life, do you have things that,
Not at all.
oh my gosh,
I can't think of one superstition I have.
I will not split a pole.
That I've
I'm-
done that retarded dance with you many times.
If I'm walking with you,
Actually, I try to make him do it, and then he ends up walking around things and looking quite special.
and it's a byproduct of, like, it should have never been superstitious, but I guess maybe it always was. But like when the football team would come running out, our coach, we'd come running out, he would always say, "Don't split the pole,"
Yeah.
like the goalpost. He wanted all of us to come around one side because
Unity.
we're one team.
Yeah.
Unity. And I took that as, oh my God, we're all gonna get run over by tractors.
Yeah.
If we split this pole. And so now I can't walk down the damn street with somebody and split a pole. And I've had to like negotiate because now I'm in groups that oftentimes are stretched back too far.
Well, and if
I
you
don't
go to
wanna-
like a major city, it's almost impossible. Like, what constitute a pole? Like a parking meter?
Yeah,
a light
absolutely.
post?
Absolutely.
Like
those all
a fire hydrant?
No.
Mm.
I know, I get it, but it does something different. so
Mailbox?
I think they
I
all
won't.
do something different.
I won't split a mailbox.
I want a video of Brendan at a strip club.
Just chasing her around the pole. I'm just trying to keep us from having bad luck.
How did the bourbon ginger ale thing start? And does that so let's say you're not watching the game. Do you still have to drink it?
I do not. If I'm not watching the game, I don't have to. I don't know how it started, except one of those things like,
Is it a Carolina thing?
yeah, no.
Oh, okay. This is a Dave thing.
Correct.
Okay.
Probably watching a game, we weren't doing well. I'm like, I need a drink. And then at
Came
the
back.
First sip, came back.
Yeah.
And then my wife is like, you know what that means? I'm like, you
So we get to blame your wife for that.
Oh, alcoholism, different things.
Yeah. I won't use a white lighter.
Yeah, I know that. Yes,
Ever.
I've seen that.
That is the worst.
I've seen you.
So are you
I've seen
picking-
you lose your shit on that one.
I will lose my mind. I
Yeah.
will not.
Are you picking up on stories, or is it OCD, or a combination of both?
It all starts as a story, and then it's like, but the white lighter one, I've just seen too much bad stuff. It's just been crazy. The amount of.
I heard people that wear headphones while speaking in the microphones die early.
That checks out.
You
Yeah,
might
well,
be
who wants to
careful.
be 100 anyway? Gross.
the joke's on you, Dave, because Brendan expects to die within the next 12 years anyway.
Probably. I would assume.
Yeah.
Then
I
why
mean-
are you working out? That's awful.
Leave a good-looking corpse. I want all you motherfuckers to be like, damn, that guy had it going on. I'm trying to inspire you to be a better person even through my death.
Oh, yeah. His working out has nothing to do with longevity.
He wants to strengthen the
absolutely.
Yeah.
strengthen the necrophilia of the mortician.
Good luck. Dick does not get that hard. I don't see how he's going to do it. No, Troy's absolutely right. There's not a whole lot of aerobic activity going on here. I was just practicing volleyball with my daughters. I thought I was going to have a stroke. It was like unbelievable. Just from chasing the ball around a little bit. I was like, holy shnikes. Like, it's horrible. But I would have been a shredded dead guy.
Yeah.
Like fucking awesome. I would have been going down. I would have ripped my shirt off with my last bit of energy.
Do y'all have any other superstitions?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
really, the sports or not? Like,
I raise my feet every time I cross over a train track in a car,
oh, that's weird.
While you're driving?
even while I'm driving.
While you're running?
I just jump it. Yeah, I just jump it. But yeah, I do that
While
every
you're riding
time.
a train?
I probably have a million. Oh, feet are up the whole time. I walk on my hands around train cars. You're total
While
psycho.
you're flying?
Flying, I have to pray as soon as we accelerate to take off, and then I have to say a follow-up prayer as soon as I land. I don't know if you would deem that superstition.
That sounds very superstitious.
But it is a certain prayer I say before.
Or super religious?
I don't think there's a story in that one. I think you're trending into OCD land.
Maybe so. I mean, there's a lot of
No clothing, no gotta wear this jersey or hat while my team's playing, or
Nope.
I actually had a rough Bears season this year because I got this hat that I really like, and they kept losing while I was wearing it. And then I got stuck in this really like weird spot where I was like blaming the hat, but then I wanted the hat to be able to be worn. So like then I started picking games that I thought we should win.
Yeah.
And then I'd wear the hat out just to like
And
break the
still lose.
curse, and fucking kept losing. It was unbelievable. So I'm actively trying to break a particular curse that I haven't spoken of, but
why are humans like that?
I don't know. We just don't understand things, and we try to find meaning in things we don't understand.
Well, there's definitely a pinch of narcissism in there.
No. I know it's not my hat causing us to lose.
Sure.
That's why I keep
Yeah.
trying.
Yeah.
So I keep trying. I don't want to end up like Dave,
Yeah.
drooling bourbon out of my mouth, hoping that we could catch a W.
It's delightful.
Bring me another one. We gotta win. I need a rally bourbon.
Like,
Overtime.
oh no.
I need 3 bourbons.
Oh no, we're all out of bourbon. Game time's getting ready to start. I'm screwed.
They're gonna lose.
He's just calling the head coach. You might as well shut it down now. I don't have any bourbon.
I ran out of bourbon. Guys, we got a call from Abel.
I say a prayer before the game starts, and another one at the end. Very specific one.
Interesting. I have a similar.
Has to do with airplanes.
That's
What?
really odd. That seems awfully specific, but I can relate a lot. I'm kind of confused here.
I really can't think of one superstition I have.
I probably
Interesting.
I have a million of them. When I was a little kid, I used to like gamble with myself. I used to say things to myself like, if I don't hit this shot, then I go to hell.
Yeah.
And, like,
I remember
put-
doing that as a kid.
Put the pressure on me. Like, if you can't hit 4 free throws in a row, you're going to hell. And then I'd be like, damn, I cursed myself. And I'd sit out there all damn night till I hit the 4 free throws.
So you undid your own curse?
Undid my own curse. I would
That's
curse
good
myself
science.
all the time. It's just a weird, like, what kind of masochist? Like, I just create my own pain, and then I have to chase my win.
Yeah.
A lot of weird shit.
You know what solves that? Marriage.
How so?
You no longer have to create your own pain.
Perfect. I knew there was more to it.
There was something.
But I always take a beat and like
When's
try
the
to-
last time you chided yourself for missing a free throw.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
So, in a marriage, who would create the pain for you?
Now you're being narcissistic.
I'm not sure, Troy.
Me either.
I
I was asking.
I haven't stopped smiling in damn near 20 years. Haven't had a single moment of
Also,
sadness or depression.
Last time he shot a free throw.
It probably has been equally about around. I think my basketball career did end somewhere around the time I put a ring on it,
Yeah.
which I think is just the way of the NBA, right? I mean, you don't put a ring on it till you're over the hill. My game was over.
I don't get any of those athletes that get married young.
I think it's because you know deep down you can't use all this money. You probably need to get rid of at least half.
Twice.
You know, I think just deep down.
As a 24-year-old man, I don't know what to do with $20 million.
Your advisor goes, I got it. Put a ring on it. Yeah. That's a good call. Oh, we're investing in the ring. No.
No.
I want you to always have the specter of losing half on the horizon.
Yeah.
So you'll be really smart with your money.
They also gamble on themselves.
Not if it happens,
The
but when.
pull-out game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were making a Shohei Ohtani
I bet
comment.
this one won't lead to a kid.
Win again. I'm so good at this.
Third time this year.
Keep scoring goals, dude. That's what I do.
I'm not going to go to bed till I get this right.
Did you hear about the basketball player who DraftKings saw a bunch of money coming his way on a prop bet, and he took himself out of the game with an eye injury to make sure he hit?
No.
Yeah.
Hold on, like he had an under on him or something?
Yeah.
This did not happen.
Yes.
This-
They were talking about today on another podcast I was listening to.
That dude's screwed.
Yeah, he's definitely screwed.
Like, he's Shoeless Joe now.
Yeah.
Unless he hit really big.
Well, there are maximums on prop bets, from what I understand. That's what they were saying. I don't know. You couldn't just go, I'm going to put down 10 million on this guy's under, because they'd be like, whoa, what do you know, dude? Like, why would you do that? You know, like, but yeah, I mean, that's some shady shit.
What about that Ohtani thing? Do you know anything about?
Yeah, he is definitely guilty.
No.
I just read headlines and he says, I didn't do it. My agent did it.
My $300,000 a year interpreter got $5 million in the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dude was robbing him. That dude was robbing him. I'm willing to believe Shohei.
Don't get it twisted. He will not get in trouble. He's the face of the league.
He can't get in trouble.
No.
He's like the Pete Rose of this generation. He'll be fine.
You see, Pete Rose applied to be reinstated. That's not
As
a
he
joke.
should. As he should. He should have been in the Hall of Fame
Like,
years ago.
the same day that story broke.
Yeah, he absolutely should. Mm-hmm. Pete Rose should have never not been in the Hall of Fame.
For sure.
I mean, we let all kinds of degenerate pieces of shit in the Hall of Fame. It's about what you do in baseball.
And the number of hits that dude had is like staggering.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan. I would vote him in every time. I'd also vote in Sammy Sosa, but not Mark McGwire. That dude was a cheater.
I saw a stat the other day that was like, I forget the age, but it was like 27. Like, if you started all major leaguers at their 27th years old, only two guys would have still gotten 3,000 hits, and it was Pete Rose and Ichiro. Because Ichiro got a bad shake because he had played like 10 years or whatever over
in Japan.
Yeah, and he had a shit ton of hits. And he came over here and still had even more hits because he was such a great hitter.
Yeah, but he was a gambler. Fuck him. He's out. Yeah, Ichiro gambled constantly.
No, that's a different Japanese guy.
Oh, I was not making that
You're
joke.
racist.
I see
You're
what you did there.
racist.
No, Ichiro was a bad man.
The hell he was.
Yeah,
That was a great man. And so was Pete Rose.
I agree. I want Pete Rose in, but I will dog everybody. No one should get in till Pete's in. No more.
Agreed.
Not anyone from the steroid era.
I've been pro steroid era guys since day one.
Dude, I'm pro steroids in general.
Yeah.
And now we have steroids. Like, what the hell? Like, we've gotten to the point now where guys can just go to the doc and get steroids. It's fantastic.
Well, I mean, in all honesty, if you break it down to what these athletes have at their fingertips today compared to what they had 30, 40, 50 years ago, I mean, you got surgeries that'll fix you back to
Tommy
better.
John surgery
Yeah.
in and of itself is performance enhancing.
You have nutritionists, you have dietitians, you have world-class gyms, world-class trainers helping you stay in peak form. Like, those dudes back in the 70s and 80s, they're popping greenies and fucking smoking cigarettes and eating hot dogs in between innings. Like, they're fucking selling used cars in between seasons. Like, those dudes were just animals, dude.
Very different world.
Yeah.
I want to know what greenies are.
Just speed.
Yeah, speed.
okay.
They used to have bowls of pills in the fucking locker room, dude. I was watching a documentary last night. I think it was called Tough Guy. It was about this Detroit Red Wing named Probst, who was like a legendary fighter back in the 80s and 90s, or 90s, I think. And it was 80s and 90s. And they were interviewing all these former NHL guys, and they were talking about, oh, in the 80s, we were just doing blow nonstop.
Yeah, that was a
Like-
coke. And NHL in general has been a cocaine league because they never tested for cocaine until very recently.
Yeah.
Like, it was just one you could do.
In the 80s, it was just everywhere anyway.
Yeah, so imagine
Yeah.
this is the league that didn't even test for cocaine as recently as like 5 years ago. So imagine what it was like in the 80s. I mean, it was the place to go if you were on cocaine and a good athlete.
This dude was called the heavyweight champ of the NHL, dude. This documentary just showed historical footage of him beating the shit out of everyone. It was crazy. He died. He had a heart attack at like 45 years old.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Everybody I know that did a shit ton of cocaine in college is now having like little issues.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Occupational hazard.
yeah, but they were so cool.
But also doing all that cocaine and drinking, he got popped for 1 million DUIs. And he was like, once we figured out we were doing cocaine, we could drink 3, 4, or 5 more hours. So then they're taking more alcohol in. Then they're playing the sport of hockey, which is most people don't follow hockey, but the sport in and of itself is just ludicrous. I mean,
Oh, it's
those injuries that those guys take is like makes basketball and baseball and even football players look like the biggest sissies ever.
that's part of why I think there was so much cocaine.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing painkillers and cocaine just to get back out on that ice.
Yeah.
It's a crazy sport. Well, we're watching it right now. And go Caps.
You're watching it. Do you think Ovi's gonna break the record?
No,
No.
I just don't see how.
I mean, he'd have to play another 2 or 3 years probably.
Yeah, and he's getting old.
Old.
I mean, he's still good, but he's not. This is the first year I'm starting to see a little dip in like performance.
Is this a cocaine record?
Oh, Obi did a boatload of cocaine back in the day.
Now he's actually close to breaking Gretzky's goal record, which is pretty insane because if you look at Gretzky's records, they're almost all untouchable.
Points or just goals?
Goals.
Hey, have you guys tried the? Sorry, I didn't mean to change. I just started thinking about something. Have you tried this Cheesa thing from KFC?
I haven't even heard about it.
Yeah, same.
So basically, they take a piece of fried chicken,
I'm in.
okay?
Yeah.
Then they just cover it with like stuff that you'd put on pizza. It's basically chicken parm without the noodles.
Does it have a bone in it?
No,
Oh.
no,
Like a
it's just-
fried chicken breast
Yeah, it's like a fried chicken breast.
with like cheese and pepperoni.
Yeah,
I mean, that sounds all.
doesn't that sound
awesome?
fucking great? It's chicken and pizza. And I was on a work call, and we were all like talking, and I showed an example of what something looked like, and it just happened to be the new Cheesa ad. I'm showing it, and I was like, "This is how this works." And he's like, "Is there anything more disgusting than the Cheesa?" He's like, "That's just so foul. Like, why would anybody want this?" And I'm like, "Oh,
Bird joke. I get
oh
it.
yeah, FOWL, nice." But I'm like, I didn't have the heart to say anything because I didn't want to get an argument with the client. But I'm like,
Yeah.
Actually, I think it looks perfect.
Yeah.
Like, why would I not want pizza and fried chicken to come together in this unholy matrimony?
Look, if you're a health food nut, KFC is going to look gross to you. Pizza is going to look gross to you. So I understand the marriage of the two is going to be pretty gross to you. But if you're 85% of the rest of the United States, pizza and fried chicken are two of your freaking staple foods, and you're going to want to watch them 69 and then
all
have a
day.
love child.
I absolutely do. Like, did you ever try when they made like the
double chicken.
It was like a sandwich, but it
Yeah.
was chicken on the outside and then all the stuff.
I don't think I ever tried that.
It was
But
excellent.
it looked awesome.
Like, it was really good. Like,
What was in between the pieces of chicken?
I don't
like-
recall cheese and
Cheese and bacon or something.
yeah, it was just fantastic. And then sauce,
The chicken was the bun.
Right.
like kind of low carb food, except for all the breading.
And yeah, it's like, oh, we're not eating carbs, but you're eating twice the chicken that's deep fried.
It was so good though.
Yes.
Like, it was phenomenal. And I was like, all right, I'm a fan of this. It's better than the McRib.
I've never touched a McRib.
You've never tried one?
Nope.
Oh, it's good-ish.
It looks so fake.
It looks awesome. It doesn't taste as good as it looks.
No, the sauce is all wrong, the whole thing. But then they take it away
Yeah.
just long enough for you to go, well, I want that
I
again.
didn't get to try it.
That's exactly right. They should take everything away for a little bit, then bring it back.
Lent.
Oh, yeah. That'd be perfect if fast food restaurants gave up certain things for Lent just so they could get them to like pick back up in sales, like pull it back. They're like, we heard you.
Well,
It
no,
was
I mean,
too
that's kind of what
addicting.
some of them do, right?
Yeah, but they should do
But
that.
not for Lent.
They should pick one.
They have seasonal shit.
No, that's a marketing campaign.
Yeah.
You people will give up this for Lent.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
We're
And-
making the call for you.
Yep.
And
then
Chick-fil-A should do it
they get to tell all their friends.
Oh.
because Chick-fil-A is like they're
the-
obviously they're already on board. They've made that
Yeah.
very clear. They should pull something back
What should
from
they
us.
pull?
I'm assuming some kind of a milkshake, nothing that's going to hurt
Yeah.
too much, but then we'll
Their
boost,
Oreo milkshake thing that they make.
pull something back. And then, yeah, I don't know. If Chick-fil-A had to pull one item to bump it up,
Spicy chicken sandwich. Because you still have a chicken sandwich, but you wouldn't have the spicy option.
yeah.
Like the chicken sandwich has to be their number one.
Oh, definitely. With a bullet.
Yeah.
So get rid of
And then
like,
there's the grilled version, which is probably their number two.
and you can't get rid of tenders or nugs
Yeah.
because the kids eat them all the
Yep.
time. Yeah, I guess it's the spicy chicken sandwich. You pull that bitch back for 40 some days and then you bring it back. The spiciness.
It's back, and it's coming from behind the rolled out stone.
It rises up. It would be fantastic. It's got a flowing ass robe on. It'd be deemed a little sacrilegious, but at the same time,
Roman soldiers going, what the fuck just happened?
yeah. It's all the McDonald's characters. It's like the Hamburglers out there. You got Ronald. You got the Jack in the Box dude, and they all convert.
Yeah.
They go, it's true. It was the greatest. And then like
It was gone. Now it's back.
then they all convert. And they all put on Eat More Chicken shirts.
Yeah.
This could work. I like it.
You're in marketing. Go sell that.
I need to sell this through. We pull it away, and then all the other you see Wendy out there.
As crazy and funny as we find this idea, I do think somebody at Chick-fil-A would like it. Like they might not sign off on it.
Oh, they
but
like the
they'd
concept.
stop and they'd think and they'd be like,
Yeah.
They'd round table it. They'd have to talk
Yeah.
about it.
It's like all the cows are out there around the thing, and they're all just sad. They've lost their spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
They're being just chastised by all the other fast food characters. And then they all convert. And then they have a giant spicy chicken party.
One of
Sounds-
the cows is a prostitute like Mary Magdalene.
You definitely got to have a whore cow.
She's wearing stripper heels.
Just fucking dope udders on her.
I don't know how I got pregnant.
I like this idea. We got to sell it through.
Stripper cows?
I'm going to Atlanta tomorrow. I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going.
You'll be down there.
I'm going to go make it happen. I'm going to head there. I'm going to go to Chick-Fil-A corporate and go, this one's on the house. Sit down. Hear me out.
Yeah.
I got a plan. And it's super easy. All you got to do is stop
back
making
to the
it.
the cheese pizza chicken anomaly thing. What was the guy's point? Just it looked gross?
He said that's just disgusting. Why would anybody want that? And I was like, yeah. And like, I felt so bad.
Did anybody
because
else say anything?
No, so I ended up getting a text like after the call from my sales rep, and she was like, "Oh man, I didn't know how to handle that. I wanted cheeses so bad," and I was like, "You get me? We're on the same team." Like it just sounds amazing.
And in your job, you're just using that as a marketing example. You're not saying it's a great product. You're like, just look at this. Look at this ad they're running. Look at what they're doing.
Yeah, I was actually showing the ad unit itself.
Yeah.
Like how they had put together kind of a cool online ad. And I was like, look at the functionality of this ad. And he was like, cheese. I was like, I did not expect that to go south.
Well, you're like,
because of the content of the ad.
That's just a widget. Like that's neither here nor there in your sales pitch. So don't focus on that, dude.
It was a very quick, but it got derailed by the disgustingness of the cheese. And it's been weighing on me for like a week. Now I kind of want it more. Knowing that it's like dirty to people, I kind of want
Try it.
I want to put it in my mouth. Anytime I find out something's dirty to people, I just want to put it in my mouth.
I mean, that's what all of these fast food and pizza joints do, right? Is try to reinvent the same thing that they've been doing for years. Like they're constantly making something different at a pizza joint, but it's still the same ingredients, just flipped around.
Oh, Taco Bell's the best.
Yeah.
They just take all the same shit and repackage it. Except for now, they have that cantina menu. They're really trying to go out with like fresh food.
I haven't been to a Taco Bell in forever.
Check out the cantina menu. It's all like grilled chickens, grilled steaks.
Nope.
And it's like, it doesn't have all the sauces in it.
Never. If I ever go back to a Taco Bell, it will be to have that fucking Doritos thing.
That one is good. The Doritos Loco Taco?
Yeah.
It's pretty tasty.
That would be the one that would get me back.
You know the screwed up thing
Not
about
some
that?
health food bullshit.
You know the screwed up thing about that taco?
What?
If you put a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos and nacho cheese Doritos in front of me, I am only eating Cool Ranch Doritos the whole time. Like they're the best. You try those Taco Bell tacos, the Doritos Locos. The Cool Ranch doesn't hold a candle to the nacho cheese.
I think nacho cheese Doritos are better than Cool Ranch.
Well, you're in luck when it comes to Taco Bell then, because it is clearly better. Something about that particular sauce or that flavor goes so well with grade D meat. It's like perfect. Like just enough monosodium glutamate.
Just well.
Yeah, you know, it's that all that MSG really brings out brings it up to like a grade C real quick.
But the Cool Ranch is probably better for the when it comes out the other end, though, right?
I wouldn't say that anything's going to save you from Taco Bell
Taco Bell, yeah.
coming out the other end.
I wouldn't say you're guaranteed it's going to come out the other end. It might come out the end it came in.
Taco Bell's been designed to induce.
They should make colonoscopy prep.
Dude, that would be fake.
Look, after you go to Atlanta, swing by Taco Bell.
Yes.
I've got a great idea.
Yes, the colon bowl burrito.
You could open your own business on these ideas.
I should just go into fast food marketing. All right, I've got it.
Look, Taco Bell, look, here's the deal. I've already got Chipotle signed on. Between the two of you, I think we could really get colonoscopies bumped up like 85%.
And we could make this so powerful that you could actually have less polyps when you're done.
Yeah.
We could call this the polyp blower outer burrito.
I would say that.
And you don't have to prep the night before. You just prep about 45 minutes before your procedure.
It would be funny if you went and you got the mix that you have to take the drink and it was like Cool Ranch flavor and it had like the Taco Bell logo and it's like, this colonoscopy brought to you by Taco Bell, Cool Ranch, or, Doritos and Taco Bell's Loco Taco.
Let me get the Loco colonoscopy sauce.
Exactly.
That's the good shit. No, not fire. I made that mistake last time. I just want loco. Fire was a little much.
Or you can get like the Chipotle version of the mix, like.
That'd be so good. I'm down. I've been eating too much Chipotle lately on the weekends. It's getting bad.
So good.
It's so good, but it's creating problems.
You think?
Oh, I know. I weigh myself every day, and I've noticed a trend, and it goes directly in line with Chipotle consumption. I'm having a hard time getting back.
I didn't think Chipotle was that bad for you.
Well, I double everything.
Oh, okay.
Mine show up, dude. They look like a NCAA football.
Yeah.
Like my burritos are no joke. I was in there the other day ordering one, and the kid was so dumbfounded. He couldn't figure out how
to wrap it up.
How to wrap this monstrosity that I had built. And I just stood there smiling. You can do it, kid. Come on. His coworker had to come over, like the manager had to come over and start working. And then she just goes, just don't charge him for a double wrap.
Yeah.
And like threw a whole nother tortilla on there. And I was like, oh, man.
So you basically got 2 burritos.
I got 2 burritos.
Yeah.
But in one package.
So it's only one.
It's just one.
Counts as one.
As far as I was concerned. Yeah. Unrelated, my colonoscopy went horribly the next day. Just so bad. That was no
so
good.
backed up.
Yeah, it was bad. Dude, y'all see that boat today?
Dude, that was wild.
Hit the Francis Scott Key Bridge. I know this will come out, like they probably will have figured it out, but by the time this comes out, but damn, dude.
Yeah.
That bridge folded like a house of cards. I mean,
That's exactly the words I said to my friends.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, that thing went down like a house of cards.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Like it was like bump.
Yeah.
The whole thing dropped. I was like, okay, so bridges aren't that strong.
Yeah, talk about anyone, and I think it's a pretty common fear. People don't like driving over large bridges. New fear unlocked, right? Or like turned up to 11.
I mean, those people just got set back a good ways because now they're like, see, it happened.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're now justified.
Yeah.
Because that was, did you see it, Dave?
Yeah. And anytime I see one of those videos of like a car driving off of a bridge and landing on a car underneath,
Yeah.
it freaks me out for a good day.
Yeah.
And I've never been scared to drive on bridges, but now I'm like, wait, that can happen?
Yeah, like that was intense.
In the past couple of years, it's happened a couple of times where like people shot off the side of the Chesapeake Bay Bridge tunnel and shit. Like just driving along and like the wind just picks up your truck and fucking flings it off the side.
What, like flips them over?
Well, it's usually tractor trailers like catching a crosswind. Just pulls them right off.
I mean, I have been catching some winds lately where I feel my whole truck
Yeah.
like just start drifting or like
Why did I lift this?
Yeah. Every time I lift a truck, it becomes less stable. I don't understand that. But you got to lift it because, I don't want to look like a nerd.
Yeah, but that was crazy.
Yeah, it freaked me out. And now all that shit that's on that boat, it ain't showing up in time.
Yep. And imagine taking down part of 695, like in and out of Baltimore. Like that's going to be a traffic nightmare. I mean, it already
has
sucks.
shit traffic. Like their traffic literally just got 33% worse
Yeah.
in an instant. And it's going to be 33% worse for what? 5 years? I mean, how long will that take to if you even, I guess you have to rebuild,
have
right?
to rebuild it. Bigger and better, I would hope.
That's crazy.
Like not paper mache this time.
Yeah, they said that basically
It was only 50 years, 45, 50
they
years
built
old.
it in the 70s.
Yeah, it started in like 72 and I think it opened in 77. Like it's not even that old.
This is bad tech. Steel. Who uses steel? It's the worst.
It seems weird because the video made it look like the goddamn thing drove straight into it. And then it's like you hear like, oh, power was lost or something happened. It's like there's no redundancies in here. Like there's no way to prevent that.
Apparently not.
Yeah. And then when you think about that, you just think, well, there must be thousands upon thousands of these ships that cross under bridges every day. How come this doesn't happen all the time?
It's odd. And that dude was 25 minutes into his journey. Oof. They were on their way to Asia.
Oh, wow.
They were leaving the port.
Oh, so it wasn't American products. That's good.
It's or all the raw materials that go over there to then come back. I don't know.
Hey, boss, I'm gonna be a little late with this one.
This is bad.
Have you ever dented your car door at the gas station on those little poles that they stick up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How come we can't put those around bridge bases?
Apparently they do now. They put something that when you slam into it, it'll like
Collapse.
take the
entire
impact.
bridge?
It'll take the impact before it hits the abutment, whatever. But now it's like, but this one they just put little tiny things and it just ate those on the way to the brace. It was bad. It was pretty crazy to see. So how many people? What's the over under on deaths right now? They're saying there's 6.
I think
missing.
they're saying 6 missing. Yeah.
Is that 6
it was
cars?
I think it was in the middle of the night.
1:30 in the
helped.
morning.
Yeah.
That's a big help.
Huge help.
Yeah.
I read it was a construction team. I didn't know if it was part of the bridge or part of the ship.
Yeah, because it was under construction. There were cars on it. Like, it was under construction, but it was in use. So I'm sure there's some cars that got taken out.
I watched that video a few times, and I saw a couple of cars, and I was looking for headlights and didn't see any at the moment of the collapse.
Yeah.
So I think it's construction people.
Either
It's
way,
brutal.
that sucks. But, like, yeah. I mean, that's going to be a nightmare up there. I guess I won't be driving up to any Orioles games this summer.
I mean, you can just allow for extra time, and don't use.
You already have
$6.95.
to do that anyway.
I know. No, this is a game changer though, because I come out of Baltimore for work all the time, and sometimes I get caught. It'll take me. I've taken 8 hours to get home, and I've gotten there in 3 before.
Yeah.
Like I've had 5 hours of traffic, and that was pre Francis Scott Key Bridge.
Oh, man.
In honor of Stu's birthday, I'd just like to say, why was that boat going straight for that piling when it lost power like 3 seconds before it hit?
Yeah, to begin with, like how was he buzzing the tower?
Right.
He was gonna go, oh yeah, just playing around moving this city.
Is that Stu's conspiracy theory? Is that what you're throwing that out
Correct.
there for?
Because that would be a great way to cripple
I was on a text thread today,
Yeah.
and a guy threw out a conspiracy thing, basically saying that's kind of weird. It looked like he was going right towards it, and then another friend was like, "Oh, you guys and your conspiracy theories." I'm like, "That's not really a wild one," and they're like, "Oh yeah, terrorist attack, take out 7 people." I'm like, "That's not the point. The point is that place is fucked for quite a while now."
And all you have to do, right? Cut the lights,
Yeah,
Right.
then go Mayday, Mayday, cut the lights back on, and then cut the lights again and go, it's just too much.
yeah,
Like now they have plausible deniability.
yeah.
I don't know if I assume there's some black box in there, but you just kind of pull the fuse, put it back in, pull the fuse again. Be like, I don't know. Check the black box. Be like, yeah, black box definitely said power just cut.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a hard thing to do. And it's not like they were going in between. They were kind of going right at it.
And if anything, they were very polite to do it at a time that it wasn't filled with cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, infrastructure damage. Smart.
Infrastructure is a great way to set everything back.
Absolutely. Hey, did you pick us up a deli this week? Is that the
This
word
is
on the street?
Second week in a row that a bat signal came out that I was the man for the job.
Is it down here?
Yeah.
Was it? You had the deli last? Oh, that's right.
No,
sir.
I didn't have the deli. I just got the bat signal from Troy because somebody couldn't make it. They were vacationing.
That doesn't sound right.
Is it
Oh, no, you're right. No, 2 out of 3 weeks. That's right.
pink one?
Yep.
Oh, I don't know this beer. What is this? Ooh.
I'm gonna predict that you will find it crushable
Uh-oh. There's nothing worse than crushable.
in a good way.
Okay. Well, let's see. I know it's. I can see the logo. It's Triple Crossing, which I wonder if Triple Crossing is getting to the point that it's known outside of.
I would think
Virginia.
so, right?
Ooh, tiny pills, German style Pilsner, 3.8. Oh man,
That's what I'm saying.
it's got.
That's hardly beer.
This is fantastic. Go away, Vienna Lager.
I'm
need
gonna
you.
predict a very expensive summertime beer.
Have you? I take it you've had this beer.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's got an interesting label on it. It's like pink fading into purple.
And since they have a triangle as their logo, they might be trending
Yeah.
on dangerous grounds.
Yeah. Okay, this beer is weird. Okay, I've
Oh,
had.
really?
I've had one sip and it did something weird.
Did I tell you all the story that
Oh, you're supposed to turn it upside down 3 times.
No, it's not one of those, is it? Oh gosh.
on my mom's 70th birthday, the whole family went out downtown and went to did one of those canal cruises, and
I have to interrupt you. I took the first sip, and immediately Vienna sausages when you're like 10 years old came into my mind.
Yeah, there's something
There's
weird.
a weird funkiness to this.
I agree. I was kind of trying to figure it out, but it could be sausage water.
Did you ever have those like in Cub Scouts?
Oh yeah, Had
Take
'em.
a sip.
no, we
with
had
that on your
we had
mind.
them in my house.
Yeah, I had them because we were poor.
Yeah. We didn't have to go in the woods to eat that fucking canned meat. So we were down on
Vienna sausages.
There is a little Vienna sausage in there. That's strange. The kind that you pop the top on the can.
Yeah, yeah.
You pull them out of the juice.
Yep.
That's unfortunate.
So we were on this cruise, and the guy, the young buck leading the cruise, he was talking about the area next to Bottoms Up Pizza where the 3 trains cross over each other.
Yeah.
And it's called the Triple Cross. It's the first or only Triple Cross.
Yeah.
And that triple crossing fucked it up by naming their beer Triple Crossing because it's not called Triple Crossings, it's called Triple Cross. That's what this guy said on this tour. How true that is, I do not know.
I don't know, but I guess you can change it. If triple cross didn't sound right, say just triple crossing.
Yeah, but everybody calls it Triple Crossing when it's really Triple Cross.
Yeah, because it is a triple cross.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. I'm not going to get into semantics with some tour. I find tour guides make up a lot of shit.
Right.
I've taken a lot of tours, and you hear like
They're only told what, I mean, they only know what they're told.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like whoever the boss was told a story. It's like the game of telephone.
Yeah.
And then it slowly works its way down. And now you got Billy Bob giving a tour.
Yeah.
And then he parrots back his version of what was said. By the time it's over,
You know how much money we could save with the DOT that just had railroad cross signs?
Instead of railroad crossings.
we save all that paint.
All that paint, all the extra 7 inches of sign.
Solving the world's problems over there.
That's right.
Triple cross. Railroad cross. Mm-hmm. But no, crossing. Oh, Troy, your face. Fix your face, dude.
I don't know about this. I usually am a fan of Triple Crossing.
I love triple crossing, and I love their basic beers because they do such a good job. Like they're so meticulous that they
Yes.
can even get basic beers right. There's something off.
When hot dog water is a good descriptor.
Compare it to your fine American Pilsner.
Oh, I've had it with the Pilsner's great.
Have you gone back to back?
This does, in defense of this shit review this is about to get, this doesn't seem as cold as it should be. But that shouldn't affect the flavor on this level.
It's because they've been spending all that money to put the ING on here. They've been running low on cash. If it was just triple cross, ooh, but a triple cross sounds bad, right?
Yeah. It's like worse than a double cross.
Worse than a double cross. I know
Actually,
that
no.
you know that I know.
The double cross is bad, so a triple cross should be good.
Oh, you've come back around.
Triple negative.
But you're screwing over the person that thought they were part of it. The double cross is like this person thinks you're screwing that person over, but then gotcha, bitch. I'm actually on that person's side. It was a
Actually, I'm screwing both of you over.
yeah. This is the most egotistical beer there is. This is the narcissist beer, the old triple cross. Like,
This isn't good.
no, it's not.
I'm shocked. I'm a huge triple crossing fan, living
Me too.
hundreds of yards away from it.
Yeah, I find myself in there all the time, and I've never had a beer where I'm like, that is borderline
No, that lives all up in
Oh, it lives in
Yeah.
the county of
It's not on the border.
I kind of want to compare it to the preamble.
I had a preamble again this weekend.
Yeah.
Because I needed a beer. I needed a patriotic ass beer. And I tell you, that preamble is actually all right when you're shit-faced.
Yeah.
Because I was blind, stinking drunk.
Well, it wasn't the worst Milwaukee's Best Light, the first one.
Yeah, exactly. After that,
The
you
seventh
kinda
one was pretty good.
Yeah, and that was basically what happened. I was stinking blind drunk, and I came out here, and I was like, ah, shit.
America.
And I looked at the can, and I was so drunk that the can was like, give me another try. I'm American. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And I drank it, and I was like, we're so hard on these things when we put them through the lens of the deli. It's like, this is a perfectly acceptable bad beer. I choked it down.
What do we have? It 2.25.
Yeah, so this beer right here, the Triple Crossing Tiny Pills,
This won't get to a 2.25. I can tell you that.
it might. So
It might.
it's got a
Ever the optimist.
okay, so I'm going to take away the hot dog water,
Okay.
and I'm going to say it has a very nice hint of like palm olive
Ooh,
dish soap. It's got a little dish soap vibe going on.
nice. That's what you look for in a beer, right?
My least favorite part of this beer, though, is not the flavor itself. It's the aftertaste. It's what it's leaving in my mouth that is hanging on
Yeah.
like palm olive.
Oh, I'd throw a Zen in immediately.
I think I may have to.
Yeah.
I'm in between 2.5 and 2. I think it's actually a little worse than average, unfortunately. I'm going to give it a 2. That sucked. I was going 2.5.
Yeah, I was gonna blast you. I was gonna fucking tear you apart for a 2.5.
But it's finishable. Like I can finish it. I wouldn't say it's crushable.
This beer does not make me want to drink beer. Like, this isn't like, man, some of these beers we try, I'm like, I kind of like to get back into this game. This ain't it. Not only is this beer weak as fuck at 3.8, it's expensive as fuck. Mm-hmm. It tastes like fucking hot dog water. And that's a 1.5.
Oh!
And I might be fucking rounding up to that. I can't find anything agreeable about that beer.
Gosh. Okay, so we're at a
And
1.75. This is
again-
not good.
Back to Triple Crossing, usually crushing stuff.
One of my favorite local breweries.
Yeah. I mean, we do M4K events there. They're awesome. They make great beer. All their locations are dope. Like, I don't know who paid somebody. I don't know how this made it past all the checks and balances to be pushed out. Like, I would be embarrassed to have Triple Crossing on there.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I'm a huge Triple Crossing fan, and this was a
Aftertaste.
6-pack of 12-ounce beers for $14.
Ooh.
Plus the guilt of not leaving a tip when they swing that thing around
Yeah.
to you. Because I just stopped in there for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I picked it up myself out of the case.
Brought it to the counter.
I refused to tip on that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let me ask you a question. Had she gone and gotten it out of there,
$1.
you would have tipped $1.
Yeah.
But since you brought it up,
But in order to tip $1, I had to go into the custom tip because the choices there were 20%, 25%, 30%. So it would have been $3 on the minimum.
Yeah, so you're supposed to tip $3 extra just because. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
On an already overpriced product.
I was at a coffee shop Sunday, and I popped in. I like to support local coffee shops. It's just kind of like on the weekend, like
Yeah.
we'll go out of my way to find not a Starbucks and like just support them.
I like that too because Starbucks just are full of awful people.
It's not that I dislike the people. I don't know. We have all this great coffee around us. People roasting their own coffee, trying. Like, they're doing their own thing. And Starbucks is always this over roasted, intentionally. They over roast it so that it all tastes uniform. That's why they do that. They overcook it so it gets that little bit of burnt flavor.
Well, nobody buys coffee at Starbucks anyway.
No, you got to get a milkshake.
Yeah, you got to get a mocha frappuccino latte espresso double shot skim fat loco. I don't even know.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Cool Ranch.
Look at that.
Yeah,
You're
it's-
wrong in 3
It's
languages.
got to be fucking pink and fucking.
But I went up to this local coffee shop and I ordered my coffee And of course, then they spin it around, and there's the tip thing,
They always say something cute like, "Oh, just check off a few more things while I get," and they whip around like they're not gonna fucking know what's going on,
They know.
Oh, they know for sure.
But so of course I tipped. I was like, and I was like, yeah, I'll give you 20%, like whatever. Signed it, moved on, and then I was like, oh, I forgot to buy. I was getting hot honey. I knew this particular local coffee shop carries this hot honey I like. So I went back and got that, and I came up and I put them down. And the girl rung me up, and then as she was turning it around, she hit no tip.
Hey.
And then moved the screen forward, and then handed it to me. And she was like, I don't want you tipping on that. And
but she didn't say that the first time.
No. But I thought it was okay because look, they're gonna barista stuff.
Oh
Yeah,
they're gonna go do stuff. They were making kids coffees.
Oh, you weren't
crazy.
just buying beans.
Yeah.
No. I didn't just buy stuff. I bought drinks, and they were making them, and so she allowed the tip thing. But when I bought merchandise, she literally intentionally no tipped it, and she's like, I don't want you tipping on that.
It's a smart server.
Yeah.
I was like, thank you, because I would have had that awkward moment where I'm looking at her going, you're not doing anything for this. Like, I don't tip at the grocery store, so I'm not tipping now. But she kept me from that awkward moment. And I was like, I'll be back. I like this.
And you just tipped. It wasn't like it was a one-off.
She knew I just tipped.
Yeah.
I was just there 2 minutes ago, and then I had forgotten to buy the merchandise, which had I bought it, I would have
tipped.
Unfortunately tipped on top of that. But yeah, it worked out. Sorry, Dave, I cut you off. You were giving this a 4?
So I refuse to believe that this is worse than Preamble.
Oh, this isn't anywhere near Preamble. Oh, you refuse to believe that it is?
Yeah.
Oh, it is worse.
Oh, it's so hard for me.
You gotta take that triple crossing label off of it.
It's very hard. I'm gonna do a side by side taste test here.
Oh, he really needs to know because he knows what a Miller Lite should rank. He wants to know. The best thing about the sip he just had was the Miller Lite.
Yes.
There's no doubt.
I would say if we were to truly take into consideration that this is a triple crossing beer, that should
Go
it
against
down.
it.
Yeah.
I actually, so when I was in between 2.5 and 2, I was like, the fact that this really
You're
is
better than this.
a high-end
What did
beer.
you rank it?
1.5 and Brendan did 2.0.
I was going to go with 2 before either of you said anything, but Troy has convinced me because this is triple crossing. They should know better. They should be able to beat a Miller Lite,
Yes.
which they have not. And because it cost as much as a 30-pack
Of Miller Lite.
yeah, it's going 1.5 from me.
That's an unfortunate score for triple crossing. That's the lowest.
What is that?
2
you do the math?
1.5s and a 2. I mean, it's not good. Like a 1.66.
And I was so proud of myself. I'm like, this is going to go over so well. 3.8 sessionable.
1.66.
Yeah, it's not a good score.
That's an easy beer to make.
Right.
Well, actually,
No, that is a
told us
difficult beer to make.
Pilsner is the hardest, is what he said. But that's what he said.
No, but that's bad.
In its defense, it does say it's German style. I don't know if that's more amps up the difficulty of making a Miller Lite.
I mean, it doesn't taste like any of that. It just tastes bad.
Yeah. It tastes like hot dog water, which I think is a euphemism.
Oh, for what?
I don't know. If we had a producer here.
Hold on. You
That
think
was a Fred Durst album.
hot dog water?
Chocolate Starfish and the hot dog flavored water. That was the Limp Bizkit album.
I'm interested to see what he comes up with when he looks up Urban Dictionary. Hot
Dog water.
I'm sure it's going to be something civil.
Oh, for sure. Classy.
If Fred Durst was using it,
Well, here it is. Let's see.
Can you read it?
I'm guessing it's vagina juice.
It's what the man tastes while licking and sucking a woman's front side.
Yeah, see, I was right. What'd I say? I said I thought it was vagina juice.
After he has not pulled out.
Oh,
Oh,
I never heard that.
okay. No, there's another term for that.
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank, but I know this. I mean, it's a category. You can look it up. What do they call that? It's a cream pie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there's a secondary definition.
Oh, okay. And what's that? The water left over after you make a hot dog?
Chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water is when you take your creation from where you
I wish our
deposit
listeners
it,
could see the hand gestures.
and then you transfer it out to lubricate the rear, and you go into there. But I don't know what. I don't think that's right because flavored is in there.
Yes.
Oh, that's very difficult.
I don't think this is scientific.
Because if you've already deposited the
Product.
the baby batter, so if the baby batter is already in there, then you're actively going through your refractory phase.
You're tapping out.
So how are you going to get into a tighter hole?
Yeah.
You sound way older than 21.
I'm saying there's a 21-year-old me going, I need more of a nail than a noodle to get in that door.
So I'm going to go with the first definition. Makes more logic sense.
Oh yeah, super logical. No, I'm psyched. Now we know.
I don't think any of it makes sense.
Hot
But
dog water.
That's a bad beer. I do know that.
Yeah, I'm not impressed. In fact, I'm disappointed.
Yeah. I feel bad for Dave, who's notoriously known for not liking to buy expensive beer, having to waste $14 on those 6 awful beers.
Well, I'm not contributing to at Inside the Pallet House this week. It makes you feel any better.
There you go. That's a Venmo comment.
That's a fair trade-off.
That's excellent.
If one were to contribute to Inside the Pallet House, where would they go?
At Inside the Pallet House, and you don't have to enter the last 4 digits of the phone number.
Nice.
That's great news.
So if someone would like to purchase a deli, that's how they could help us.
And we're always open to it because
Yes.
that costs a lot of money. In
It
fact,
does.
I got a little bit of enjoyment knowing that I didn't buy that turd. Because that is like, it is such a demoralizing feeling week in and week out, especially when we get on these cold streaks.
Yes.
Where it's like, I just keep buying bad beers because then what inevitably happens is I come out here one day and I open up the fridge and it's just
Full
bad
of
beers.
3 and 4 awful beers.
And I'm like, this is horrible.
Yeah.
Like, it's just bad beer upon bad beer.
And you can't even give them away.
I mean, you try.
You try, but people don't want them.
But they know. That's the worst part. A bunch of the people that come over here, they're fully aware.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, yeah, I don't want that. That beer sucks.
Yeah.
It tastes like cum out of a vagina. Like,
That might be an upgrade.
everybody knows that. I don't know.
It's cheaper.
Way cheaper.
I don't know, dude.
$5 versus $14.
Wait, what? There's a price for that, and it's only $5?
Downtown Richmond.
I can tell you that every piece of ass I ever had cost more in the end. Do you know what I'm saying? I never paid, but there's always a cost.
Yeah.
Court costs do add up there.
What kind of world does he live in?
I don't know.
Like, I wasn't even thinking about court costs. Like, fucking P. Diddy over here. Dude, P. Diddy's fucked.
Dude, what is going on with that? Because I haven't been following that, but like I heard this morning that like his houses were raided and he like flew to an island or something to like hide out.
His mule got busted. He's got a guy on staff whose job it is to fly his. So they threw out a bunch of drugs, and there was one in there I didn't know. It was like called Tucci.
I thought this was a underage pedophilia thing.
There's a lot of things coming out.
More than one thing.
But the mule just got busted, which really just set some things off.
Yeah.
This dude literally flies with all of Puffy's drugs. Like, that's the guy. And so when they did the raid on all of
for
the...
personal use or for distribution?
For personal use.
A plane full of drugs.
No. Puffy's guy comes with him.
Oh.
And then in that dude's carry-on is the cocaine, the ecstasy, the pot, and the... Is it Tucci?
No idea.
Tuci?
I thought that's why you have kids.
What is that?
They never
Dave,
check
Dave,
the
do you know
kids.
what a Tucci is?
How do you even spell that?
I think it's Tuci. I think that's what I read, if I remember correctly.
Why is pedophilia so in vogue with all these.
His isn't necessarily. There was just.
Oh, it sounds awesome.
There was a.
It's also known as pink cocaine. It's a pink powder mix of ketamine, MDMA, which is ecstasy, and caffeine.
Gee.
If you don't have the caffeine, it's garbage.
So it's not cocaine at all. It's caffeine, MDMA, and ketamine. Mm-hmm. Well, this dude was carrying his Tucci for him too, and I was like, "How is there
uppers and downers?
Like, how's there a drug that like we've completely missed? Like, you don't hear about it at all in society, but Puffy takes it everywhere."
There are some nice articles from 2023 on the internet.
I'm sure there's cool shit out there that you and I know nothing about.
But it's ground up caffeine.
I don't know.
Well, I think ketamine might be the active ingredient.
Well, MDMA is pretty active.
That too, yeah.
I mean, so one makes you feel great, but you know,
I knew nothing about this. I just heard he was grooming all these young chicks and like sleeping with them
And dudes.
which like I don't get why this is like running rampant through all these powerful people when like you're telling me there's not enough attractive 18, 19, 20-year-olds for you to sleep with? Like,
well, and he's now got stories coming out about multiple like gangbang rape situations where 3 women have come out now and are pressing charges.
that's not good.
No. So like,
I'm pretty sure Puff Daddy could get laid on his own accord.
I would think Puffy would be just fine.
I think he might just be a little shy.
It's definitely a power thing for sure.
If he's fucking Dave. I got jokes I'm not gonna say because I don't want to be part of it.
It's like Cosby. Like you're telling me Cosby in the 70s couldn't get laid, and in the 80s
He was a goofy looking dude.
Yeah, but he was one of the most popular comedians and television stars in the world.
But all those women were like, I was not going to have sex with him.
The hell they weren't.
And then I woke up and I was having sex with him.
They were gonna have. Yeah. They wouldn't have gone over there. They probably went over there to go have
victim
sex.
shaming.
No, but I think what he's saying is there's a percentage of them that were like, I'm going to go over there, and if I have sex with Cosby, that'd be cool. And he didn't even give them the opportunity.
Yeah.
Like he just said no. Let's force all of them.
From the sounds of, and obviously
He probably didn't want to hear them complain.
From the sounds of it, back in the, and I'm not a Hollywood executive, but that's how those powerful guys would be like, you want to be in this movie? I can get you in this movie here, that's wrong. But a lot of women and some dudes would go, well, I really want to be in that movie, so I guess I'll.
But there's a percentage of those people that if these people just put a move on would have been like, yeah, I'm down.
Yes.
And there's a percentage who would have been like, fuck no.
Yes.
Just let the odds work themselves out.
Yeah.
I mean,
And there's a percentage you could just pay.
Yes.
And it's still illegal, but less morally egregious.
Yeah, that's nowhere near drugging and raping.
Yeah.
well, apparently Puffy's been doing some of that. Like that's the accusation.
And then you can understand where Cosby is like, I'll get away with this shit. But in 2015 or however long this has been going on,
Yeah.
like, you didn't think you could get caught, P. Diddy? Like, really?
And so apparently when they raided those houses, it was in that moment that they went after his mule guy too, because he was at an airport. So that was kind of like the trigger. They were like waiting for the mule to show up. And then when the mule showed up,
So that was their way into the...
Yeah, so what they did is they first grabbed Puffy, and first thing that they took his phone.
Yeah.
So that he couldn't contact anybody. So he couldn't speak to his mule. He couldn't call the houses. Then they raided the houses, and at that same moment, they busted the mule. And sure enough, the dude was full of Puffy's drugs.
Yeah.
But apparently this guy had been flying around with guns and coke and all these things for Puffy
Yeah.
all the time.
Well, that's what a smart rich guy does.
Absolutely.
We'd all...
Dumb rich guys, too.
Well, yeah. I mean, we'd all have a friend that would be that guy, right? I mean...
I'd be like, I'll put you on the payroll.
Yeah.
Are you willing to take a felony?
Hey, are you gonna either be my sober driver or you gonna be my DUI driver? Like, I ain't getting this DUI. Like,
Yeah. So stay sober. But this guy decided, no, I'll be a mule. Bad deal. But yeah, no, I think Puffy's officially
since the dawn of entertainment, every band or whoever's been like rolling around at the concert going, here's your free backstage pass. Here's your free backstage pass. Like, they all have those guys that do those, that live in the shadows and do those shady things.
Absolutely.
So that doesn't surprise me. What surprised me is the kids, the underage stuff in the.
No, he's a nightmare. Apparently, like this. He's fucked. Rightfully so.
Yeah, as he should be.
But there's like way too much smoke.
Yeah.
Like when
Any
I first
Tupac.
Well, maybe. That one I'm not willing to.
It is pretty wild they haven't figured out who murdered Biggie or Tupac.
Well, that Keefe D guy said he did, and then he retracted it and said, I was just trying to make money.
Smart.
I didn't really do it.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, but if I did do
Let me write a book.
Yeah, called If I Did It.
Yeah.
By O.J. Simpson.
I have that book. I read that book.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How'd he do it?
But they
He-
they pulled that book. How'd you?
No. They said that book's going out, and every dollar of it is not going to you, OJ. It's going to the family.
So they did release it.
Yep.
Oh,
And the cover says, I did it. And then in the very top of the eye in the top left corner says, if.
For real?
Yeah.
So I guess he didn't have control over
No.
the cover.
And it basically walks you through the entire murder.
Damn. So you read it.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. You're a documentary guy.
Yeah. Well, I used to was a reading guy until podcast came out.
So was it like exactly like
Yeah.
what we heard in the court?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was dead to rights.
Yeah.
And still somehow.
Still walked.
And then because of that, we got the Kardashians.
Thank you, OJ.
That's basically
We're all better off now.
Basically it.
Yeah.
He's that fame is still rolling downhill. Now my kids are like, I need lip injections.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Ugh, so gross.
I'm having a hard time picking up on lip injections.
I can't tell any of these things, dude.
I'm
I'm bad at all of them.
I got friends who are now telling me, they're like calling it out. They're like, no, that's a lip injection. I'm like, how do you know? And they're like calling out little things. And I'm like, well, I'll be damned.
Dude, what I can't get, and women spot this shit all the time, is the amount of wigs and hair extensions that women wear.
I can't pick up on
I can't pick up on any of it.
No. Until you take the wig off.
Yep.
I didn't know.
I'm so blind to it. In college, I dated a girl, and her friend was a hairdresser. And every time I would see that friend every few weeks, she would have a different hairstyle, different color, different length, just all over the place.
You just thought she was dyeing her hair.
I was like, that chick is
a
quite
hairdresser.
the talented hairdresser. She can do some wild shit with her hair.
And she can.
Then we go out of town for a wedding, and we shared a house with this girl. She's got alopecia. I had no.
Oh, she didn't
fucking
even have
idea.
hair.
No, I had no idea.
And she's a hairdresser?
Yes,
Well, that's ironic.
because she didn't have it. She wanted. She wanted
to be
envied
around it.
Yeah,
I mean, my barber's bald.
yeah.
Interesting.
But like, I don't think guys pick up on that stuff.
I certainly don't.
No.
I know a girl with alopecia, and I never knew she had alopecia until her husband was
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, I mean, she has zero hair. And I was like, you know what? I always thought the eyebrows were a little odd.
Yeah.
But that was the only, like nothing else occurred to me.
I think women see all that stuff way before men do. Like the nails, the eyelash
they
extensions.
do it all for themselves.
Yeah.
No
like, not for
dude
the
is
guy.
like, I was going to totally have sex with her, but her fingernails were just not
Yeah,
right.
they were not long enough and red enough.
Long helps. Not to like marry, but in the moment.
Because of it's a sign of craziness.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. I'm saying like, I see those long nails and I go, oh, trouble. I like it.
I think Dave and I are more like, that looks expensive
Yes.
and like a huge waste of time.
Again, not
So I'm
marrying
out.
it. Not marrying it.
No, but to Dave's angle, you're not going to be like, I'm not sleeping with her because she doesn't have false eyelashes and she hasn't gotten her nails done.
But you second guess marrying her because you're like, how much is fake eyelash?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that? And where does that end?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
It doesn't.
no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
She's going to wake up one day and go, no, my tail's not long enough. I have to have a tail. You're like, fuck.
I'm sure we've all dated girls who like look totally different when they go out and when they wake up in the morning.
For the most part, I try to find those like more natural looking.
I know, but isn't it jarring?
Oh, I mean, it can be, but like I don't even pick up when my wife's not wearing makeup.
Yeah.
I'm like, she looks tired. You know what I mean? Like I don't pick up on it at all. I'm just like, it's like it never occurs to me she's not pretty. She's just tired and pretty. I don't know. It's all I see. Like I don't see that much difference. And I'm like, oh, look who woke up. It's like
the only thing that's worth money would be the fish upper half.
Pay a pretty penny for that. Pretty penny. You can just throw some bread on it.
I've ordered a koi pond since last week.
Yeah. Bet you have.
I'm going to start breeding these things.
Yep.
Both ways, just in case.
Your koi pond water tastes like hot dog water.
Tastes like Little Pills by Triple Crossing.
That's so odd. Oh, what? These are always... No, I can't. That can't be the name. No way. I get in too much trouble.
She doesn't listen.
No, but yeah, I guess that's true. All right. I'll put it there. I'm going to listen to this podcast. I think you've deserved it. You've done it for 9 years.
It's crazy when you see the celebrities that you're like, man, she's really attractive. And then you see like the candid pic and you're like, goo, who is that?
Yeah.
That's a whole different person.
Have you seen those reels or whatever, the TikToks, and those makeup artists can make them look completely... And
do you trust those, or do you think that it's literally like a mom getting made up and then she brings her daughter out for like the...
No, you can watch a step-by-step thing, and like they've got a giant nose, and then they paint these parallel lines right down the middle, and then before you know it, this chick is turned into Jack Skellington.
I mean, I've seen
the ones where they're disgusting, and then they look beautiful at the end.
Yeah,
it's like they're like catfishing you.
Yeah, they turn into a beautiful Johnny Depp looking girl.
Yeah.
But like, I always feel like they're fake. I feel like there's something going on there where it's just not real.
They're fake. It's called being really good at makeup and putting hair extensions and all that crazy shit in.
Yeah.
So you really think that's the same person?
Yeah.
I think I've seen some where I'm like, it's just a different person.
Your point, there probably are.
Yeah, I've seen some where I'm like, that can't be right. But I have seen other ones where I'm like, yeah, I mean, all she needed was teeth and hair and some kind of push-up bra. And I mean.
What were you starting with?
Oh, there's some, you haven't seen them? There's some that the girls don't have teeth.
Oh, I think I have seen that one. I know what you're talking about.
Like they look like trailer park trash. And then by the time they're done, you're like, holy cow, you're a 10.
Yeah, it's insane.
Then you're out. You've had a few tiny pills, and
she's like, "I'm just tired."
Can you imagine she just wakes up and all of a sudden, like her teeth are out, and you see that, and you're just like, "I didn't even know we did meth."
Yeah.
Like last night, we must have done so much meth because you just woke up disgusting. Like,
did I sleep with your cousin too?
Yeah, like what is happening? Yeah, I'm glad I don't deal with that.
No. That's wild.
Sometimes they just look tired. That's it.
I did see a meme recently of all the Kardashian women, like current day, and then all of their pictures before they had all their surgery, and the meme was like, "You're not ugly, you're just poor." Because like these women look totally different,
right?
Like they've all had so many surgeries, they are totally different people. Like literally, if you put those pictures,
they weren't pretty before.
No.
Like when they started, they weren't pretty.
No.
I just assumed they just. I know they've had a ton of work. I get that, but I assume they were already pretty, and then they just kind of fixed some things. They literally went.
Not to say they were ugly. They were.
I think what Troy's saying is there were like pictures of them when they were teenagers without makeup and pre-surgery.
Yeah,
and they looked tired. And then for TV they did the makeup,
and they've been doing it over 10 years.
Then they got rich, and then it's one little procedure after another, and now they don't look anything like they did when they were kids.
I just couldn't imagine not recognizing myself in the mirror. That seems like it'd be a real
It's not hard.
head trip.
I don't know. I think we've gotten a lot better at that stuff though, because you look like Michael Jackson. Like he went downhill. He didn't get better looking.
Your boy, Sammy Sosa.
There's no surgery there. No, there's no surgery there.
He had a nose job.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I mean, he might have. I don't know.
He's had something done. He looks like a different dude.
Going back,
he's white.
Yeah.
For starters, that's a big change.
going back to Michael Jackson. There was definitely like he was super cool right around Thriller, and
Yeah.
he had had some surgery since Up Against the Wall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. No, he was a better looking man as he was. The alien at the end
No, 100%.
was problematic.
100%. But in the first couple surgeries, he was probably like, this worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
like-
if I go further?
Yeah. What if I keep going?
Right.
Yeah, I want him so.
And I mean, that dude obviously had some trauma.
Well, yeah, Macaulay Culkin rejected him.
That'll break anybody.
That'll break you, man. That'll break you. You're like, damn it.
I've also heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but I've heard in like the California high dollar areas, it's almost a badge of honor to have a exaggerated obnoxious surgery. Like when you have the giant lips.
Oh, yeah.
And the pin nose, it's like, oh, they're rich. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
they got that done. And that, I mean, every group, whether you're talking about bikers dressing like Judas Priests or weightlifters with their fanny packs and leg warmers, they all,
It's extreme.
there's this extreme thought, and I think that there is that in California. At least there was.
I mean, that kind of makes sense.
I love that Judas Priest. Like that's got to be one of my absolute favorites. I mean, that dude came out and was like, he was like, I'm wearing leather chaps and spikes because I am gay and proud. And like, this is it. Is it Lemmy? No, Lemmy was Motorhead. I can't remember the lead singer of Judas Priest's name.
Rob Halpert.
Yes. Rob Halpert. Like,
He's like, you couldn't tell I was gay all those years. I just so gay, and the entire Hell's Angels organization is like, what?
yeah, they all like all these like manly men were like, yeah, Judas Priest gets it, and then they started dressing like that, but that was like huge in the gay clubs.
Yeah.
Like that dude was killing it, and then it just his music was so hard that they were like, he's got to be the straightest man ever. Like that's hilarious. 'cause
Freddie
they're
Mercury
all-
kind of did that too.
Yeah, everyone was like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. He was like doing all the gay trends. Like he did the whole biker and mustache look, and the band was Queen, and it's like
It was all out there, but he threw us off with those like fat bottom girls.
Yeah.
You throw some shit like that, you're like, I told you, that dude's straight as fuck.
Yeah.
He's the straightest man in the world.
He gets it. Those fat bottom girls are really got
Yeah.
it going on.
But Motorhead, dude, that was
Judas Priest.
Judas Priest. Judas Priest built that whole biker look.
Yeah.
And it was just because that was popular in the gay clubs.
Yep.
Well played. The bikers were like, don't mind if we do. Hell's Angels round up. Like, and then they never
I
looked
don't have
back.
to wear underwear.
Yeah.
I'm in.
they just owned it. Like they just kept rocking it long enough that now it's a biker thing.
Right.
Well
Circle
done.
back around.
Yeah. Well done. They reclaimed it. They were so homophobic.
Yeah.
That they just had to keep doing it. They pulled it off. Well done.
They showed them.
Yeah. Big time.
Yeah.
They can still show and they can show up at any gay club or biker club.
Fit right in.
What's the difference?
The motorcycle. Which you have to keep outside.
One's a purple CBR.
Hey.
Huh?
Hey.
What?
And it was a GS. It's a Suzuki.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
Oh, you would know.
Yeah. And I didn't know it was purple. I didn't know. I like a deep
And I
royal
thought
blue.
the chaps had a butt.
What are you doing in there? Not the chocolate starfish. Stay up here by the hot dog water. Don't make it weird. Should we do
How
that?
did we get here?
I don't know what's going on anymore.
No.
These things just have a mind of their own.
They do.
It happens.
It happens to the best of them.
Unrelated note, if you need sunglasses, head over to nectarsunglasses.com, drop Abacus in the coupon code. You'll get 20% off.
It's that time of year.
It is that time of year. It's time to start fixing your sunglass game. And they got all kinds of new stuff coming out. So go over there and check it out, nectarsunglasses.com. And if you need a mortgage, because it is also the spring house buying season, boy, all these things keep happening this time of year. Head over to screendoormortgage.com. Ask for Jimmy. He'll take care of you. He's a big fan of the show.
Also, we haven't talked about these guys in a while, but I still wear their gear all the time. If you
Find Your Coast?
If you like cool gear, shirts and bathing suits and stuff like that, check out Find Your Coast. They got some really cool
They have
stuff
awesome
over
stuff.
there.
I got shirts that are like 6-7 years old.
Yeah.
That
Softest shirts
still
ever.
feel
Yep.
buttery. Like fantastic. They hold up exceptionally well.
And if you want to fit in at the club or on the road, go to your local Harley-Davidson dealer.
There's literally nowhere you can't go. in that
Tell them
outfit.
Rob Halford sent you. They'll show you the back room, and you'll get somewhat of a discount.
Some kind of a discount. And a cat and nine tails. Do your thing.
You do have to tip.
It's just the tip.
But that's it. It's actually a pretty good deal. You think about it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Oh, wait, Troy, you got anything else to say? Venmo or anything?
Well, we went over the Venmo, but obviously,
Oh, leave a review.
leave a review. I haven't checked this week. But yeah,
I'm
please
assuming
leave a
there's none.
review. I'm assuming there's none, but of course, you can always give us some money to help pay for this shit show at Inside the Pout House on Venmo.
We could always use the help.
Yeah,
That way Dave doesn't have to buy the bad beer.
that's right. Other than that, I think we're golden.
Sweet. I'm out. Cheers.
Cheers. That was a pretty good podcast, don't you think? They're not all homers.
No. But a nice single get you in the Hall of Fame. Unless you gamble.
Sometimes they're errors. But you still get on base.
Yes. We're going to do an errors tour.
Errors. By the way, watch the rest of that concert. Yeah.
Watched some of it the other night, too. I was like, boy.
Very low key.
I bet she looks tired.
Stuck the landing.